Good evening and welcome back to Bragg Memorial Stadium. As we are 10 seconds from the start of the second half, we're going to go ahead and run through some of the first half stats real quick before Melvin and Albert get back in. Guys, as we look at the score right now, Winston-Salem State leads by a score of 14-3. We look at the passing yards. Winston-Salem is 22 for 171 yards. FAMU 19 for 54. As a quarterback, what do we need to do?
Well, first of all, what I am a little confused about, as Melvin would say earlier, is that FAMU is doing everything to win this game. If you look at it, rushing, receiving, everybody's touching the ball. They've got rushing yards. All the running backs are touching, receivers are touching. Quarterback stats are not that far away. And Winston-Salem's quarterback is only 5-3 with one touchdown.
Definitely, it's a controlled ball game. FAMU is giving up a lot of big runs up the middle, and I think at this point, Coach Carter probably went in at halftime, had a lot of choice words, and decided to turn things around.
All right, guys, we'll see you at the end of the game, and we now turn it back over to Melvin Beal and Albert Chester for the start of the second half of our game. Mr. Beal, back to you.
Welcome back to Bragg Memorial Stadium on the campus of Florida A&M University. We're about set to start the second half. Winston-Salem State up 14-3 over Florida A&M. And Al, I tell you, the Rattler crowd right now has got to be shocked with this Winston-Salem State team.
Well, I tell you what, Melvin, I think the scoreboard is a shock, but I mean, we've shown we can move the football up and down the football field. What we got to do is keep their offense off the field, because apparently our defense is struggling with stopping the run. But I mean, statistically, I mean, we're in this ball game, but on the scoreboard we're not.
Winston-Salem State set to start with their first drive of the second half. They'll start at the 20-yard line, first down, and 10 yards to go. And we're just underway here in the second half. And Al, this defense that you're talking about is really giving up a lot of big plays, and the lack of tackling is starting to become very evident.
Well, I tell you what, the defense has got to step up the second half here, and I think just like in last week's game, there are times when the defense got to step up and make a statement, and because we kicked off to them the first half, we're kicking back to them now. We've got to make some plays. That's just plain and simple. And I'm sure Coach Carter and the defensive schemes have been looked at, revised, and I'm anticipating some great things from the defense the second half of this ball game.
Well, the Rattlers will be kicking the ball over. The ball is going to be set down at the 30-yard line by Wesley Tiller. The Rattlers were penalized on that play, as the Rams have two guys back to receive the ball. They're standing on about their 10-yard line, and this is no way to start the second half, Al.
Well, I tell you what, I missed the penalty, Melvin. I'm not quite sure what it was for. We got a good hit by Wesley, and hopefully he'll hit it again real good and prevent a return.
The ball is down in the end zone by the Ram receiver. They'll take over on the 20-yard line. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go. Winston-Salem State, we're just underway in the second half. Winston-Salem State 14, FAMU 3, as the Rattlers are going to have to come up big on the defensive side of the ball, Al.
Well, the second half is a new game, the beginning of a new game of this game, and being down 14-3 by 11 points, defense, it'd be nice if we come up with a fumble recovery or another interception. But we'll see. I'm anticipating some great things in the second half.
Rattlers have victimized themselves by turning the ball over in the first half. We're just underway as the give is to Wedlock, who fights his way across the 20 to the 21. It's going to bring up second down, 9 yards to go, Rams.
Well, Melvin, that was that inside run play with the big fullback, and hey, we were able to stop him. I mean, he picked up a yard, but there was a lot of green jerseys around his butt that time.
The Rams have been really impressive in their rushing. They have Brandon McGray, who's rushed 6 times for 76 yards in the first half. Wedlock had 91. As they get ready to take over second down and 9 yards to go at their own 21-yard line. Option play, and the ball is on the ground, fumble, and there's a scramble for the ball.
Rattlers have the football.
The Rattlers have it,
yes.
And it's going to be a touchdown for Florida A&M. Big turnover, Al, for the Rattlers early in the second half.
That's what we needed, Melvin. That was the big play I'm talking about from the defense. Hey, these are the kind of things that happen. Luck favors a prepared team. And I'll tell you, Coach Carter had these guys ready the second half. I'm telling you. I'll tell you what, we're fired up now. You're going to see some Rattlers play some football now.
13 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M 14-10 as Wesley Taylor gets ready to kick the point after. It's actually 14-9 right now as to change the scoreboard. Taylor is set for the point after. And the kick is up. And the kick is good as Florida A&M comes out and makes a statement early in the second half. Florida A&M with impressive defensive play. Al, they're back in the ball game.
Hey, that's exactly what we needed, Melvin. The defense to come up with a big play. I had just said an interception, a fumble recovery. Hey, these guys picked up a fumble and take it in the end zone for a touchdown. That puts us right back in this football game. I think that also kills the momentum for Winston-Salem. And now I expect our defense to come back again because we got to kick off to them again, make a big play, and then watch our offense go to work.
13 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M's defense with a big play as they pick up a fumble recovery and return it for a touchdown. As the Rattlers are back in the ball game, we have a 14-10 score, and Al, they're fired up right now.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Carter had some nice words for the defense and for the full team offensively, because, I mean, mentally we got to stay in the ball game. We got to watch ourselves on plays like we had right before halftime to ensure that we don't make those kind of errors. Those kind of errors like that can cost you a ball game. It's early in the season yet. I'm sure we're going to correct that.
Wesley Taylor kicks the ball off, and it sails down. The Ram receiver's going to take it at the goal line. He's coming out, and he has a little bit of running room, and he's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line on the play.
Melvin, I tell you what, it's real nice to see this sea of orange and green in the stands. I tell you what, we haven't talked about the crowd tonight much, but we got a nice crowd on hand, I mean, for the season opener. And this is the kind of support that our guys and athletic program need from the students and the friends and family and alumni of FAMU. And I urge and admonish everyone to come out and continue to do this. We got 3 more home games. Let's make them all like homecoming.
The crowd is jacked up as the Rams take over on their 20-yard line. And we have a hot in action as there's a penalty on the play. As this Rattler defense is jumping around, Al, and they're fired up right now.
Melvin, I haven't seen this kind of fire from our defense in some time, I tell you. And this is what we need. And, you know, we got a young football team. I think that early in the season, like where we are right now, we got a third of the season out of the way after this game, and some momentum is being built, some identities are being defined, and people are being defined, and we're finding out what kind of people we have, a lot of character check, playing from behind. These guys are going to be okay.
It's going to be first down and 15 for the Rams as Braden cracks across to the 20-yard line for about a 5-yard game. It's going to bring up second down and 10 yards to go as the Rams were penalized on that last play.
Well, again, they come back with their lead dive straight up the middle of the field. And again, don't get a big gain, but he picks up a couple, 3 yards.
Second down, 12 yards to go. Ball marked on the 22-yard line. Actually make that the 17-yard line of the Rams as they got a big run up the middle by their running back, and he's going to get a first down as he cracks it across the 30-yard line, Al. Big play by the running back.
Well, I tell you what, they're coming right back at us. They believe in what they're doing, and they've had success. I mean, the run for 171 yards in the first half is tremendous against our defense. And, I mean, if you double that output, I mean, that's a lot of yards of rushing the football.
First down, 10 yards to go. Winston-Salem State on a nice run by McGray. The give is to Wedlock. He's stuffed there by several Rattlers. And the ball is going to be marked at the 35-yard line. 11 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We're being joined here by the athletic director at Florida A&M, Mr. Nelson Townsend, who is returning to the Hill after several years away from the Hill. Welcome back, sir.
Oh, it's good to be back. Glad to have you guys here join us. This is quite a game on a nice, hot, muggy day.
Talk a little bit about what you are planning to do with this Florida A&M program, the athletic program, since you have returned. I'm sure that the program went down a little bit while you were gone, and it's going to be a tremendous challenge to get us back on track.
Well, you know, the great part about this is that our coaches and people working within the department, I think, have just been conscientious, and they've done a good job over the years of trying to maintain the program. I think we've kind of slipped a little bit in terms of our presentation, in terms of some of the things that we need to do administratively to help boost the program and take it to where it needs to be. At this time, that's what we have to work on. There's so many things that we just simply have not done. And we have to do those if we're going to get Florida A&M back to its proper place in college athletics.
Back on the field, live action, Tiana Powell with a 47-yard run for an apparent touchdown, but there's a flag down on the field. It's going to be holding against the Rams, and they'll bring that ball back. We're here with the athletic director from Florida A&M, Nelson Townsend. What are some of the things that you're thinking about implementing with this program going forward?
Well, I think first we just have to tighten up all the areas of our program. When I came, I said that there were two areas that I know we had to really address. One was compliance, to make sure that we were doing things the right way. I think we're pretty much back on track there. Still have some work to do. But the other area was marketing. I think we don't present ourselves to our publics quite like we should at this particular point. We're probably short-staffed in that area, and we have not put the emphasis on that particular area that we should. But a program with the legacy that this program has should be recognized all over the world, should be seen all over the world. People shouldn't be wondering about who we are and what we're doing. We should be out front, and that's the thing. One of the things we're going to have to work on, really.
Talk a little bit about the Rattlers. They played against the University of Miami in what a lot of people are calling a money game. Do you see those games being played in the future for Florida A&M?
Well, I think that, as Coach Carter says, it's an opportunity for our program every 3 or 4 years to possibly face a team like Miami. We are Division I AA program right now, and to compete against a 1A program is a gigantic leap. And we shouldn't be doing that very often if we want to build a competitive program, because especially here in Florida, because this is our recruiting ground. Miami, for an example, is one of the hot spots for us in terms of recruiting. You don't want to go there and have your team embarrassed. Even though you're playing a 1A team, you want to be competitive in every aspect of the game. And until we can build our program to that level, certainly the only reason why we would do something like that in the future is simply to be able to present ourselves in a market where it's an advantage to us. The payday is not that significant, because Florida A&M is so attractive that we can get that kind of payday anywhere playing a Division II team. It's just a matter of us, how we present it and what we're trying to accomplish. We don't have to play 1A team simply to get a payday.
Well, talk a little bit about the other sports involved here at Florida A&M, because certainly your job is to hold an athletic program. Talk about an emerging basketball team that you have.
We're excited about what's happening with our basketball program. Coach Gillespie has done an outstanding job in building the basis for a very good program. I think he's had a good recruiting year. He's had a lot of kids returning. Of course, we lost a lot of very good players, especially a young man like Tony Tate to graduation last year. And the bright spot about that program is that they've been able to graduate just about everybody that's come through that program. And that's significant, because that's a real measuring stick today in terms of your recruiting and in terms of the kind of public image that you want to display from the university, that you graduate those that you recruit. And he has done that. And now I'm seeing big guys coming in and guys that can really shoot the basketball. That's significant. I'm looking forward to a very exciting season.
Finally, talk a little bit about your 80-20 plan that I think is very unique for Florida A&M, but talk a little bit about that plan.
What you're talking about, explain to me what your 80-20.
Well, you were talking about saving about 20% of the budget and spending 80% as you move forward.
Okay, the 80, because we're doing it on two fronts, and I wanted to make sure that what we have really done is decided that in order to have a program that will be solvent, in other words, operate in the black, we have planned a budget, and we've authorized ourselves to spend 80% of that, and we will release the other 20. The pending date is December 1, and it depends upon how we do during our football season, how our booster efforts are going, and in other words, we're saying to our publics, if you want to see us go forward, help us, because we're not going to do deficit spending if we can avoid it. It has been that kind of deficit spending that has caused for some of our problems that we now face. You can't operate a program on a year-to-year basis with hundreds of thousands of dollars in the hole. You can operate better when you're in the black and you can project where you want to go and what you want to do. So we have authorized spending on 80%. All of our coaches have bought in on this. It's amazing some of the things that we've done in terms of being able to do open bidding on our transportation, bidding on our lodging, getting our student athletes to buy in terms of them realizing what it is we're trying to do and work with us in that sense. So all of this is very important in order to take our program forward solvent.
Well, thank you very much to Athletic Director here at Florida A&M, returning for his second tenure, Nelson Townsend. Thank you very much, and good luck, sir.
Thank you so much. We're so glad to have you guys join us.
Thank you. We're back to live action. 7 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Florida A&M turns the ball over after taking over on a couple of series there. Winston-Salem State has the ball on the 19-yard line. The quarterback is rolling out, and he's going to be pressured by several Rattlers. He passes the ball and almost intercepted by a Rattler down on the 8-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and 10 yards to go for Winston-Salem State. 7 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We have a 14-10 score. Winston-Salem State up. And Al, while we were talking to Mr. Townsend, the Rattlers make another turnover.
Yeah, we're trying to make some things happen, and what our offense has to do is just be patient. Do the same things we were doing in the second half. We don't have to try to, it's still dropping 6 and 7 people deep. We don't have to try to force those kind of throws. It's just nickel and dime them down the field.
Third down, 10 yards to go. Winston-Salem State. The give is to their running back, who's stacked up by the Rattlers. Big hit in there by Tyrone McGriff. And the Rams will take it fourth down, and we'll wait to see if they're going to go for the field goal out.
Well, I tell you what, the defense has been stingy right now, stingy the second half. They got their place kick out here now. Let's see if we can keep them from kicking this field goal and going up by 7.
6 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Rattlers haunt the Rams, who took over on their 30-yard line, and they're going for a field goal attempt. The field goal attempt appears to be about 42 yards. A kick is up, and the kick is no good, as we have 6 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. Rattlers avoid a score from Winston-Salem. We have a 14-10 score, and Al, a good stop for the defense.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, that's you couldn't have drawn it up any better than that. You guys want to get him?
6 minutes, 24 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We have a score, Winston-Salem State 14, Florida A&M 10. As the Rattlers are getting ready to take over, a new quarterback is in the game for the Rattlers, Leon Camel, as the Rattlers take over on their 20-yard line. Camel is back. He fires. He has a completion to a Rattler receiver. Pickup of 3 yards on the play. And now we have a quarterback change.
Well, I tell you what, Leon came back and hit the guy on a quick look in, so we pick up 5 or 6 yards.
5 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We have a 14-10 score. Winston-Salem State up over the Rattlers as Florida A&M is driving. The ball is marked on a 22-yard line. Florida A&M has a new quarterback in the game, Leon Campbell, who had some success against Miami. He passes out to Roosevelt Kaiser, and they're going to pick up about 8 yards on the play out.
Well, I'll tell you what, excellent play call. Nickel and dime them down the field. Let's just take what they give us.
Rattlers with a third down, 1 yard to go. Ball is marked. Actually, the Rattlers will get the first down as we have a return to the campus by the former president here at Florida A&M, Frederick Humphreys. It's good to see him return to Florida A&M. We're looking at a first down, 10 yards to go. Ball marked on the 30-yard line as Campbell is back to pass. He has a quarterback draw going, and he's going to pick up about 2 yards before he's being met there by the Ram defense.
Well, one of the things that Leon does very well, along with having a strong arm, is he has quick feet and he can scoot around real well. So with him dropping 5 and 6 people deep in the secondary, that play is a viable play for the Rattler offense.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Florida A&M, 4 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Winston-Salem State up 14-10 over Florida A&M. Campbell, the lone setback for the Rattlers. He's back to pass. He looks, he finds Kaiser, who drops the ball, and he picks it back up at the 35-yard line. After catching that ball, he fumbled it, but I believe he got it back out. 4 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Campbell with a completion to Roosevelt Kaiser. Florida A&M looking at a third down and 5 yards to go. Ball marked at the 34-yard line of Florida A&M. And they're facing a big play, Al.
Well, Melvin, what our guys have to do is do the right thing. Catch the ball and tuck it and put it away. I think Kaiser was trying to make something happen. Now we got a 3rd and 5, and let's see what happens. We got a double slot.
Campbell back to pass, and he goes deep. He's got a man open, and he misses him as he turned the receiver around, but good idea, Al.
Well, I tell you what, he had him on a corner route, and I think Derek lost the ball in the lights, but it was a good pass by Campbell. Unfortunately, we didn't come up with anything on that one. I'm sorry, that's not Derek. I think that's Ronald Wright.
3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Rattlers getting set to turn the ball over on downs. The All-American punter is standing at about his 21 yards. Wesley Taylor out of Riverview High School, as the Rams held the Rattlers after an impressive stop there, Al.
Well, I tell you what, that was a good hit there. He kicked that ball so nice, and it was so much height and velocity on it that the punt returner actually fell down running backwards.
3 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We have a 14-10 score. Winston-Salem State up. They're getting ready to take over. First down and 10 yards to go at the 20-yard line. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
Get bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk now.
We're back live here at Bragg Stadium. Winston-Salem State, first down and 10 yards to go from their 20-yard line. The quarterback is back, has a man open, complete, and he's going to be brought down at about the 32-yard line of Florida A&M. A huge play for the quarterback, Mervis Pardon.
Well, I tell you what, basically we were in man coverage. Their inside guy ran a deep post, and our guys in a chase position, and the quarterback just laid it out in front of him. No safety help and a lot of field, and he made a great catch and run. We're fortunate our guy was able to make a tackle.
Ball is going to be marked at the Florida A&M 32-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. Winston-Salem State on about a 50-yard pass completion from Monte Purvis to his wide receiver. Rams in business. To give this time is to Tikani Powell, who's in the middle of the Rattler defense. He's still running. He's at the 10, the 5, and he's going to be stopped at the 1-yard line on an impressive run by this running back, Al.
They've been doing it all day, and I thought we had figured that thing out, but obviously we haven't. We're missing tackles, missing assignments. man, I tell you what, we're in a dogfight here, man.
Big time run by Tiani Powell. The ball is going to be marked at the first 1 yard line of Florida A&M as Winston-Salem State getting ready to cap an 80-yard drive. First and goal to go. Ball marked at the Rattler 2-yard line. And the give is inside. Touchdown, Winston-Salem State. With 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter, we have a touchdown for Winston-Salem State as they go up 20-10 here in the third quarter, Al.
Well, I tell you what, Winston-Salem never quit. These guys playing with a lot of intestinal fortitude, and the Rattlers have got their backs pinned up against the wall. You know, again, I said earlier, we played from behind before. One of the things that when you play like this, you keep your fans in the stands, but I tell you, this isn't the way we want to do it.
Chad Oakley is set to kick the point after. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Winston-Salem State increases their lead. We have a 21-10 score as the referees halt the action. There is a flag down on the field, and we'll wait for them to sort that out. Right now, it appears that it's probably going to go against the Rattlers. We have 2 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
Bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk now.
Welcome back to Bragg Memorial Stadium on the beautiful campus of Florida A&M University. Winston-Salem State on an 80-yard drive, capped by a 1-yard run by Wedlock. And Al, right now the Rattlers are reeling after now being down 21-10.
Well, I tell you what, we got our backs against the wall, and one of the things that we showed the second half is we didn't show the patience that we need. We're trying to get too much too fast, and we're down now, 11 points, and we've got to find a way to move this ball down the field and get it in hands in our playmakers and come up with some big plays.
Chad Oakley's pick is on the way. Roosevelt Kaiser takes it at his 1-yard line. He sprints across to 15. He's got a hole, and he sprints across up to the 30-yard line. A nice return by Roosevelt Kaiser.
He's a playmaker for us, and obviously our All-American. We got to have him step up and make some plays. We need the help right now.
Rattlers made a change in quarterback this half. They'll go with Leon Campbell as they'll start the ball on they'll spot the ball on the 31-yard line. We have 2 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10. Campbell surveys the Ram defense. And the give here is apparently to Edwards, and he's going to get no gain as Winston-Salem defense is fired up, Al.
Well, they should be. I mean, they played good football here the second half, and in terms of from a momentum standpoint and coming up with big plays, I thought that our fumble recovery for a touchdown was going to take some of the wind out of the sails, but it didn't.
1 minute and 41 seconds as the clock ticks. Florida A&M with a second down and 11 yards to go. Campbell surveys the Ram defense as the Rattlers are struggling right now and need a big play. Campbell back to pass. It's the quarterback draw, and he finds his way for about a 3-yard. Well, he's going to be stacked up after being knocked back. It looks like he may have picked up 2 yards on the play out.
Well, I tell you what, Leon has got to get what he can get and get down. I mean, he's a $150 on a good day, and these guys are throwing bodies around. He doesn't need to get himself hurt.
Rattlers will be facing a third down and 10 yards to go as we have an injured Ram down on the field. We have 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. Winston-Salem State on an impressive 80-yard drive, capped by a 1-yard run for the touchdown. They lead 21-10. We have 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by BlackAmericaTravel.com, your number one source for ethnic travel and destinations. BlackAmericaTravel.com. Get your stuff, lock the door, and let's go. Brought to you also by the HBCUnetwork.com. Coming up soon, information for the HBCU Alumni Cruise 2007 edition. Also, brought to you by MEACFans.com, covering the MEAC inside out. MEACFans.com. See you in Atlanta. Make sure you check out MEACFans.com, BlackAmericaTravel.com, and JerichoBroadcasting.com for special rates to both the Atlanta and Florida Classic. Also want to give a special shout out to the Grambling Tigers and the Grambling Sports Radio Network on a bye week this week. No games going on. We want to say hello to all of the folks from the Grambling broadcast who are now tuning in and checking us out. We now return back to Melvin Beal and Albert Chester.
We're back here live at Bragg Stadium. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10, and there were actually 2 injured Rams down on the field. Rattlers facing a third down and 10 yards to go. And Al, they just don't seem to be able to get anything together on offense right now.
Well, you know, maybe that's why they inserted Leon at this point, to try to get a spark in the offense, to try to capitalize on his quick feed. Man, I tell you, we need to find some magic, and we need to find it quick.
They're still attending to a Ram player. This injury appears to be very serious, Al. He's been down on the field now for about 3 minutes. And we have a halt in action here, but the Rattlers are struggling to move the ball after changing quarterback right now to Leon Campbell. And Al, I tell you, Coach Carter really lit a fire under the defense, but the offense now has to step up its game.
No doubt about it. I mean, we've got to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers. There has to be someone out there who wants the football, who wants to make a big play. I mean, we're only a couple of plays away from putting this game away, but we got to have somebody step up and say, give it to me, I want it. I want this assignment.
Florida A&M fans getting into the game as the band cranks up Do What You Want to Do here at Bragg Stadium on the beautiful campus of Florida A&M University. We have 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining. Winston-Salem State up 21-10, and we still have an injured player down on the field for the Rams. This is a serious injury, Al, as he's been down there now for about 5 minutes.
Well, let's hope and pray there's nothing serious. And I tell you what, we hate to see an athlete get hurt or be hurt. So let's hope that he can get up here on his own accord and make it to the sideline.
Well, Al, I was talking to the athletic director at HAP there earlier in the interview, and he was talking about some of the things he was planning on doing to bring this program back. And I think tonight, with the attendance being what it is, it's a good start for Florida A&M.
Well, I think so. I mean, the fans and the friends and the students and the alumni all have come out to support the Rattlers. I think there are a few more seats out here we could fill, but for tonight, you know, I'm real proud of the effort, and I think he has a couple of gimmicks and game plans to try to fill these stands. And every game should look like homecoming. You know, there's no reason why we can't fill this stadium up. Like you said earlier, you know, we got 10, 12,000 students. I mean, at a minimum, they all should be here, and we should be trying to find room for the alumni. Well, looks like they got the meat wagon to come pick this kid up. Maybe some knee damage, something like that.
We have a 21-10 score with 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter. We have an injured Ram down on the field. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
Bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk now. To the land of funk, to the land of funk, to the land of funk.
We're back live here at Bragg Memorial Stadium as we have an injured player on the field for Winston-Salem State. They actually, Al, had 2 players down. They have brought in the cart right now, and as I said earlier, this appears to be a very serious injury for the kid. Let's keep our prayers and hopes that he'll recover. One minute, 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on.
We're back live here at Bragg Stadium. And Al, Winston-Salem State, they make the 11-hour drive down to Tallahassee, and they have looked very impressive against Florida A&M tonight.
Well, I tell you what, the running game has set up everything for them. I mean, again, you had 171 yards in the first half. You can play action pass off of that. They're catching us in man coverage. They were able to hit the deep post for a big gain. Nothing difficult about what they're doing. They're having some success. That one play set up the other, and they're taking advantage of it.
Well, the Florida A&M Rattlers will be participating in the Atlanta Football Classic next week in Atlanta, facing their old nemesis, Tennessee State. And I tell you right now, Al, the Rattlers are going to need to regroup and try and win this football game with 1 minute and 9 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Well, Melvin, I've said this over the past several weeks that the only good thing about this team being behind is that they've been behind before we played in that posture, so we know how to respond. I mean, we responded positive in the past. Tonight being the first home game, I'm sure the kids want to win this one, and we've got to find a way to pull this thing out. It's got to be a team effort.
Well, right now we have a pause in the action on the field as we have a Winston-Salem State player down. He's been down for about 7 minutes right now, as they have brought out the cart to attend to him. We don't want to really speculate what's happening right now, but they're being extremely cautious with this young man, and we got to hope that he's going to be okay. Again, they're bringing out the stretcher for him, and they're being very careful about not moving him too much, and generally that's in the neck area. But right now, Al, we do have a pause in the action.
Well, again, football is a violent game played by violent people, and God knows we don't want to see anybody get hurt. Hopefully it's nothing that's very, very serious. Obviously, from where we're sitting right now, it looks very serious, and anytime they have to lift you up and put you on a stretcher and take you off the field, it's not a good sign. So I'm going to keep this young man in our prayers, and life is bigger than football game. It's all about people and living, and football is the game of life. You get knocked down, you got to get back up, and you have good days, bad days, and hopefully this will be something he can shake off and move on and be a productive athlete, student at Winston-Salem, and hopefully if he's injured, it's minor, nothing big, and he can recover quickly.
Well, Winston-Salem State will be joining the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference next year, Al. They have competed in the the CIAA for years, and they've been a pretty good football team there. Talk to me a little bit about their challenges moving up to Division I AA.
Well, I mean, I think the jump from Division II to 1AA is a lot easier than going from 1AA to 1A. Because of the number of scholarships, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, football is football. I mean, you can't put 11 people on the field at a time anyway, and all this is going to do is boost their program, help them obviously with recruiting, and with the way they played. I mean, they beat North Carolina A&T this year already, and the way they're handling the Rattlers here tonight, I mean, they're going to be a strong contender and a very well representative team for the MEAC.
Well, they have the players still on the field right now, and Al, I know that when you played, what type of these type of delays, what impact do they have on the teams?
Well, I mean, I think that with the humidity here tonight, Obviously, this is like a halftime. I mean, when you got this much time in between play, the body gets cold, your quarterback arm gets a little cold, and so hopefully we can bounce back. I mean, I think the kids should do some little jumping jacks or something to kind of get the blood flowing again, but the bodies are warm and then they cool down. But, at this rate, man, I mean, it's third down. That's the fans cheering for the young man who's being carted off via stretcher.
Obviously, we can't see the player's number right now, but they're loading him onto the cart. We've had about a 10-minute delay here at Bragg Stadium, where the Winston State Rams have a 21-10 lead over the Florida A&M Rattlers, as the Rattlers are facing a third down and 10 yards to go. The Rattlers come out in the second half. They change quarterbacks. They go to Leon Campbell, who had some success against the Miami Hurricanes, but the Rattlers continue to struggle after scoring at the beginning of the half as the Rattler defense scores on a fumble recovery out.
We're looking at a third and about 10, and after about a 7.5, 8-minute delay. So let's see what the Rattlers offense and Coach Cole got up under their sleeves.
Rattlers come out. Ball is spotted on the 31-yard line of Florida A&M. Leon Campbell is the quarterback. He has Willie Hayward split out to his left, Kaiser to his right. Campbell back to pass. He's looking, and he fires. He has a receiver for a first down as he completes the ball. The Rattlers are going to big game there, Al, as he completes the ball for a reception up around the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Florida A&M.
That was a good shot, man. He ran a deep turn in, and Leon put the ball right on the money.
Rattlers, 1st down and 10 yards to go. Ball marked on the 48-yard line. We have 42 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Winston-Salem State up 21-10 as the Rattlers are driving. Campbell back to pass. He looks, he fires, he finds Roosevelt Kaiser, and he has about a 7-yard gain, and he drops the ball. It's picked up by Winston-Salem State, and I think there's some confusion right now, but Winston-Salem State advanced that ball after picking up the fumble on that play.
Wow.
The debate now, was Kaiser down? And we have an injured player on the field. But it appears that it's going to be a turnover. And Winston-Salem State is going to take over the ball as they spot it at the Rattler 35-yard line. Nice little swing pass to Roosevelt Kaiser, but he lays it on the ground now.
Well, I think Kaiser thought he was down. I thought that his knees were down. I wish we had instant replay so we could see, but apparently the whistle hadn't blown. The play was still live, and the ball is awarded to Winston-Salem.
There is an injured player down on the field at the 30-yard line. Florida A&M, after completing a nice 34-yard play to get the ball up to their 48-yard line. Swing pass from Campbell to Roosevelt Kaiser, who appeared to be down, but he fumbled the ball. It was advanced to the Rattler 35-yard line. We have 22 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 0. (21-10) as the Rams take over on the Rattler 35-yard line. Monty Purvis looks over the Rattler defense, and apparently that's the end of the third quarter. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
Bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk now. To the land of funk, to the land of funk, to the land of funk.
campus of Florida A&M University. We're at the start of the fourth quarter. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10, as the Rams capitalize on yet another Florida A&M turnover. They'll take over. First down and 10 yards to go at the Florida A&M 35. And Al, once again, the Rattler defense is going to be called upon to step up and make big plays. We have a timeout right now as we're about set to start action in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 yards to go for the Rams. Ball marked on the Rattler 35-yard line. Monty Purvis surveys the Rattler defense. The give is to his running back, who fights his way for about 4 yards, maybe 5, and it'll bring up second down to go for the Rams, Al.
Well, they just announced the attendance at 13,627, so I think that's a pretty good showing for the first night out, first home game for the Rattlers. But again, just to echo what you've already commented and what we've said, the defense now has to step up and make big plays, and hopefully we can come up with a big play here and stop these guys and get our offense back on the field.
Second down, 6 yards to go. Rams, ball marked at the Rattler 34-yard line, as Winston-Salem State has come in and been impressive against this Rattler defense. The give is to Triani Powell, who drives to gets about 2 yards on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down and about 5 yards to go for the Rams, Al.
Well, you know, they can run this football and eat up a lot of this clock, which I'm sure is part of the game plan for their offense. Obviously, they want to make first downs, but you know, you run that football and it keeps that clock moving. When you pitch it, catch it, or pitch it and drop it, or pitch it incomplete, it stops the clock.
13 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Winston-Salem State up 21-10 over Florida A&M. Third down play as the quarterback breaks containment, and he's got some room, and it looks like he's going to get a first down as he goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line of Florida A&M.
Yeah, he was able to pick up the first down on a scramble, picked up 5-6 good yards, and got out of bounds.
Winston-Salem State continues their drive with 13 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Their Division II team that's scheduled to go into the Mid-East Athletic Conference next year and join the Division I AA ranks. They've come in here, Al, and pretty much
these
gave the
halftime
Rattlers
sets
all they can handle. First down and 10 yards to go, Winston-Salem State. Ball marked at the Rattler 25-yard line. The give is to Triani Powell, who stacked up and brought down there on the play by Vernon Wilder. And it's going to bring up second down and 9 yards to go for Florida A&M. "13 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the football game. We're here at Bragg Memorial Stadium on the campus of Florida A&M University here in the state capital of Tallahassee, Florida. Rams with a second down, 9 yards to go. Ball marked on the Rattler 24-yard line. The give is to Wedlock, who stacked up in the middle of the Rattler defense by Cameron Houston, the young man that was the MEAC Rookie of the Year on defense last week. And the Rams are going to be facing a third down and 11 yards to go.
Well, Melvin, this is one of those situations down and distance from the goal line that can be tricky. I mean, you got 10 yards, but I mean, we've now got to play smart defense, heads-up defense. We got to tackle.
Tackling has been a problem for Florida A&M tonight. Third down, 11 yards to go for the Rams. And they run the option. They give it out to Powell. Powell breaks containment, breaks some tackles, and he's closer to first down, but I believe he's going to come up a little bit short, Al.
Well, I tell you what, that was just pure hard running on his part. He was able to break, contain, turn the corner, and pick up the 5 or 6 yards. You're right, he's going to be short, and they've got their place kicker on the field right now.
11 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10. Rams facing a 4th down and 2 yards to go. Again, we have an injured player down on the field, and we have a halt into action. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
Your bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk now. To the land of funk, to the land of funk, to the land of
Welcome back to Bragg Memorial Stadium. Florida A&M down to the Winston-Salem Rams, 21-10. Have an injured Rattler down on the Rams sideline. He's now going to be assisted by several of the trainers on the field. And I'll tell you, Al, I'm looking over the third quarter stats, and they have pounded the Florida A&M Rattlers on the ground. Keone Powell has rushed 9 times for 97 yards. Brandon McRae has rushed 7 times for 64 yards. And Jonathan Wetlock, the fullback, has rushed 8 times for 54 yards. And Al, the Rattlers have given up too many yards.
Hey, man, I mean, you're talking about 234 yards at the end of the third quarter. That's unbelievable. You know, you can't win football games when you give up that type of rushing.
Florida A&M, on the other hand, has only rushed for 57 yards on 23 attempts. Rams set to go, 4th down, 4 yards to go. They're getting ready to attempt a field goal, a 36-yard field goal, to increase their lead. We have 11 minutes and 51 seconds to go. The kick is up, and it's going to be no good as the Florida A&M defense holds. We have 11 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in the game. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10. Big-time hold for the Rattler defense out.
That's big. That's crucial for them not to come up with any points off that drive. And this is the beginning of the fourth quarter for us here. And with 11 minutes left in the game and down by 11 points, we've got to move this ball up and down the field.
Florida A&M has struggled tonight to move the ball consistently. Leon Campbell is still in at the quarterback. He has Roosevelt Kaiser split out wide right, and there seems to be some confusion right now with the Rattler offense. It's going to be an option, and he's met, and he pitches the ball to a Rattler running back who's going to gain about 2 yards on the play. Al?
Well, it was a little lead option. And the end attacked Campbell. Campbell pitched the ball like he should, and we were able to pick up a couple yards.
2nd down, 7 yards to go for Florida A&M. The ball is marked on the 24-yard line of Florida A&M. As the Rattlers are trying to get back in the game, we have 10 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Campbell is sprinting out. He's looking long. He's got a man, Willie Hayward, down there, who rebounds and catches the ball at the Winston-Salem State 35-yard line. Big play for Mr. Campbell.
Hey, that's what we need. I mean, Hayward come up with a big catch. Leon put it out there so the big guy could get it, and he out-jumped the guy for the reception.
Rattlers with a big play from Leon Campbell to Willie Hayward. The Rattlers are in business at the 35-yard line in Winston-Salem State. And we have a hot in action right now. There's been quite a few stops tonight, Al, in the action.
I tell you what, this has been a hard-fought battle, and on both sides of the football. And Rattlers now got to show some character, and we need some guys to make some big plays. Willie Hayward just made one.
Leon Campbell, the quarterback for the Rattlers. He has Hayward split left, Roosevelt Kaiser split right. 10 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the game. Campbell is back to pass. It's going to be a quarterback draw. He finds a little bit of running room, and he's going to be met by a host of Rams right at the 36-yard line. No gain on the play, Al.
Well, Leon trying to make some things happen with his feet. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he held on to the football, so that's a good thing. again, he's a buck-05, man. Once he runs out of daylight, he needs to get down. Don't take those excessive shots.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Florida A&M, ball marked on the Ram 35-yard line. Hayward split left. Roosevelt Kaiser split right. Hamill is the quarterback. He's back to pass. He's getting a little bit of pressure. He fires across the middle and has a man, and he drops the ball. One of the Rattlers receivers dropped the ball at the 20-yard line, and it was a tough catch, Al, but a catchable ball.
It was a catchable ball, and these are the kind of catches that Ronnie Wright is used to making. I mean, he has a shoulder injury, and he didn't practice a whole lot this week, but I'm not quite sure where that ball bounced out on him, but we needed that one big.
Big play for the Rattlers. Third down, 10 yards to go. Ball marked on the Ram 35-yard line. 9 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the game. Campbell back to pass. He's looking. He fires down the middle, and it's almost picked off by the Rams. It's going to bring a fourth down for the Rattlers out.
Well, I tell you what, we can't force this pass. They're still dropping 6 and 7 people. We cannot force these balls.
Rattlers in an interesting situation right now with a fourth down and 10 yards to go. The ball marked at the 35-yard line, and it appears that they're going to bring on the kicking team right now. Wesley Teller is going to punt this football. He's going to punt this football and turn the ball back over to the Rams. Right now, the Rams are not honoring that. They have nobody back to receive this ball, Al. So they think the Rattlers might be up to a trick or two. We have an official timeout on the field.
It's a delay of game against us.
Delay of game against Florida A&M. That's going to move the ball back to the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up a fourth down and about 15 yards to go for the Rattlers. Wesley Taylor, the All-American kicker out of Riverview High School, is standing at the Rattler 46-yard line. And the Rams still don't have anybody back to receive the ball. Wesley Taylor's kick is a good one.
Nice
caught by
corner
Rattler
punt
at the 5-yard line, and the All-American continues to show well for the Rattlers.
Well, he's been the bright spot for the offense and defense tonight. Wesley has been hitting it real well. Kickoffs have been going in the end zone. I tell you what, when the kicking game is on, I mean, that's like having that 12th, 13th man.
Wesley Taylor, the All-American out of Riverview High School, has been a major league weapon for the Rattlers. I believe that's his 6th kick inside the 20-yard line for Florida A&M, as the Rattler defense has the Rams pinned back deep in their own territory at the 5-yard line. 9 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the football game. The give is to Powell, who stacked up for no gain. In the middle there, it looks like it was Cameron Houston. 8 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10. We're here at Bragg Memorial Stadium as the Division II Rams have come in and made a statement against the Florida A&M Rattler defense. Second down, 10 yards to go. Winston-Salem State. Monty Purvis back to pass.
Come on, guys, make a play, make a play.
And he gets away, and he's at the 5, the 10, and ran out of bounds at about the 11-yard line, and he just escaped safety, Al.
I tell you what, see, these are the kind of plays we need to make a play. We need a big play right now.
Big-time play by Monty Purvis, the quarterback of Winston-Salem State. He was back in his end zone, and a Rattler had a shot at him. He spent out of the move, and he advanced the ball 4 yards. It's going to be spotted at the 9-yard line, and it's going to bring up third down and about 7 yards to go for the Rams. 8 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the game. Rattler defense needs to come up with a big play. And the give is to Powell, who stacked up in the middle of the Rattler defense. He fights his way to about the 14-yard line. It's going to bring up fourth down and about 2 yards to go for the Rams. Florida A&M will get the ball as Winston State turns it over on downs out.
Well, I tell you what, good stop by the defense. Now we need some offense, and we need 2 quick scores. It's 7:50 left in the game, and they're punting out of their end zone. So we should have great field position. So Kaiser can either run this thing back for a touchdown and get us back in this football game, and either that or set our offense up for some big plays, spectacular plays.
Chad Oakley standing at the 1. We have an official timeout right now as the referees halt the action. It's going to be a delay of game on Winston-Salem State. This will push the Rams back deeper into their territory, and it's going to be 4th down. Now looking at about 8 yards, 7 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the football game. Oakley is standing in his end zone. Kaiser is standing at about the 45-yard line of the Rams. Oakley gets the kick off. It's a nice kick. Kaiser takes it at midfield, makes a move, and he's got a little bit of an opening. He's going to be brought down at about the 43-yard line of Winston-Salem State.
Well, I tell you what, Kaiser did the best he could under the conditions. Held on to the football, and we got great field position up.
7 minutes, 22 seconds remaining in the football game. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
Get bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk now. To the land of funk.
We're back live here at Bragg Stadium, and the Rattlers have Albert Chester back in at quarterback. Ball on their 44. And the pass is complete to Roosevelt Kaiser at the Ram 26-yard line. A great completion by Albert Chester to Roosevelt Kaiser.
Well, I tell you what, the nice piss and catch. Picked up about 12, 15 yards. And we still got enough time in this game to score a touchdown now and come right back and score another quick one. We're still in this football game, Melvin.
7 minutes and 4 seconds remaining, Al. Rattlers, first down and 10 yards to go. And the give is to Anthony Edwards, who finds a little running room, and he cracks it down to the Ram 20-yard line. That's going to be 2nd down and 5 yards to go for the Rattlers, Al.
Hey, well, Anthony Edwards kept leverage on both ends of the football and picked up a good solid 5 yards. We're in this football game, no huddle offense.
Rattlers have to be mindful. Clock is ticking. 6 minutes and 41 seconds to go as Chester fakes to Edwards and fights his way for about a 2-yard gain. He's inside the 20-yard line, maybe at the 19 or 18-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 yards to go for Florida A&M as the clock is still ticking. 6 minutes and 19 seconds to go. 3rd down, 2 yards to go, Florida A&M. Chester back to pass. He's looking. He's got a little pressure, and he's going to be hit. Looks like it was a face mask. He completes the ball to Willie Hayward, who stiff arms, and he's down to the 7-yard line. But it looks like there was an apparent face mask as Albert Chester, his head turned all the way around, Al. But the Rattlers completed that pass. He completed that pass, and Hayward went out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Well, I tell you what, that was tough football for Albert. It was clear a face mask. I mean, his head was jerked around. Hopefully he didn't get a fingernail or something in his eye. But to maintain his composure, hit Hayward, and to pick up the 1st down and get the ball inside the 10-yard line was a super move.
So the Rattlers are going to take the play, apparently. Ball is going to probably be marked down at around the 7-yard line of Winston-Salem State. We have 5 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the football game. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 10. 1st down and goal to go. Ball marked on the 4-yard line. 4-yard line. Rattlers. Chester back to pass, goes deep for Willie Hayward, and incomplete, but it looks like it's going to be pass interference on the Ram defensive back. Rattlers will probably get the ball around the 2-yard line and first and goal out.
Hey, I tell you what, Hayward's the hot guy right now. He's a hard target. He's our big guy receiver. We had him flanked to the wide side of the field. Apple threw the ball up so he can make a play on it, and the defensive back saw he could make a play on it, so he interfered with it.
Rattlers in business as they're going to take over the ball deep into Ram territory. It's going to be first down, goal to go. Ball is marked at the 2-yard line, and the Rattlers have a chance, Al. Chester brings the Rattlers out. Edwards is flanked behind him. First and goal, Rattlers on an option play. Chester's in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida A&M. Nice run by Albert Chester II.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got big people on that offensive line, I tell you, and all he did was just run behind him and get the touchdown. We're back in this ball game. Now we need big plays from the defense and to come back and make them things happen.
Rattlers on a 40-yard drive closed the score to 21-16. 5 minutes and 48 seconds
We're
remaining.
going for 2.
And the Rattlers apparently are going to go for 2 points. Ball is spotted at about the 4-yard line. Make that the 3 as the Rattlers are going to attempt a 2-point conversion. Chester brings the Rattlers out. Center, Steve Brazel. As there's some confusion on the field, and there's going to be a timeout. Florida A&M with 5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the football game. Florida A&M has just closed the score to 21-16. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
Bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk now.
Good evening and welcome back to Bragg Memorial Stadium. We are here with our score, FAMU 16, Winston-Salem State 21. Today's game is being brought to you in part by BlackAmericanTravel.com. Get your stuff, lock the door, and let's go. We now return it to Albert Chester and Melvin Beal.
Welcome back to Bragg Memorial Stadium on the campus of Florida A&M University. Florida A&M on a 2-yard touchdown run by Albert Chester has closed the score to 21-16. Rattlers electing to go for a 2-point conversion and still some confusion on the field out. Rattlers take a timeout and they return to the field. The referees spot the ball on the far side of the field. The ball marked on the 3-yard line. Rattlers going for the 2-point conversion. Chester back. He sprints to his right. He's looking for a man. He's rolling. He fires and he has a man, and he completes the 2-point conversion to Willie Hayward as Florida A&M closes the score to 21-18. We have 5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining. Big time play by your son now.
Big time, baby. Hey, it's showtime now, baby. These are the kind of football games that the Rattlers enjoy. I mean, it's a heart stopper, man. I don't like them to be this way, but I tell you what, it's ugly, but I'll take it any way we can get it. Now, we got to have our defense step up and make some big plays. We got a lot of momentum. We can win this football game. We can steal this game from Winston-Salem and sneak on out of here and head to Atlanta next week.
5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the football game. Florida A&M on an impressive 47-yard drive, capped by a 2-yard run by Albert Chester. Rattlers go for the 2-point conversion. Chester completes to Willie Hayward. We have a 21-18 score, and right now we need big-time defense from the Rattlers.
Big time. I tell you what, just like Hayward stepped up on offense for us, Kaiser on the kickoff punt return, we got to have Tyrone McGriff. We got to have Wilder. We got to have those guys with the big eyes and big hearts to put some hat on some people right now. We got to get a good kickoff from our All-American, pin them down, go 3 and out, and get us back in this ball game. We're a field goal away from tying this thing up. See, this has a classic feel to it. It kind of reminds me of the Bethune-Cookman game.
Florida A&M has fought their way back into this football game after a series of turnovers have pinned the Rattlers deep into their own territory. We have a 21-18 score. 5 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the game. Wesley Taylor set to kick off the ball for the Rattlers. And the kick is underway. It's going to be gathered at the 10-yard line by the Ram receiver, and he's going to
get him
forced back right. He's still running, and he's still running, and he still has a hole. He's at the 18, the 20, and he's going to be brought down right there by several Rattlers. An exciting run by that receiver.
Man, I tell you what, that's a lot of running to pick up about 3 or 4 yards. But I tell you what, it kept the fans on their feet, and it proves that we got to stay in our lanes on these kickoffs. We cannot be undisciplined when we go down on these kickoffs.
5 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 18. We have an exciting ball game going on right now as the Florida A&M Rattlers have fought themselves back into this ball game as the Winston-Salem State Rams take over on their 21-yard line. The Rattler defense needs a big play as Monty Purvis surveys the Rattler defense. The give is to Powell, who is stopped right there at about the 22-yard line. We have a flag.
Maybe some
down on
holding,
the play.
some holding on them.
It's in the area of holding on the Rams. 5 minutes and 1 second remaining in the football game. Florida A&M mounting a charge back into this game. Rattlers defense apparently is going to benefit from a holding call that's sure to push the Rams back deep into their territory, and the Rattler defense met the challenge on that play out.
Well, I tell you what, our kids are fired up. What we got to do is when we make contact, we got to wrap. We got to make tackles. Now, this penalty here puts us in great position. We can gamble a little bit, but we need to be smart. I mean, with it being 1st and 20, we need the fans to get in this thing. We need to get back in this football game. It's defensive time in Rattler land.
Rattler defense imploring the crowd to get up and cheer. We have a first down, 15 yards to go for the Rams. Ball marked on their 11-yard line, and they give the ball to Powell, who finds some running room in his neck.
That's what I'm talking about.
On the side.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hit for the Florida A&M defensive back.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a big league play right there. Come up and put some hat on him.
Big time play are the Rattlers on defense as they stop the Winston-Salem State Rams. Ball is going to be marked on the 12-yard line. And that was a huge play, Al, on that play. One of the best hits we've seen this year.
Mike McMillan did a super job.
Mike McMillan with a big hit for the Rattler defense. Second down, 15 yards to go for the Rams. Crowd has picked up in intensity. The give is to the running back who finds a hole, and he's brought down, and he fumbles the ball, but I believe they're going to rule him down. They're going to rule him down at the 24-yard line. And it should bring up third down for the Rams.
We've got 3 timeouts. We need to call a timeout.
Clock is running. 3 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. Rattler.
We got 3
down 21-18 to the Winston-Salem State Rams. Third down, 8 yards to go. Ball marked on the 23-yard lines of Winston-Salem State. And Al, the Rattlers need a big play on defense now.
Hey, right now is the time.
Monty Purvis surveys the Rattler defense. He's back to pass. He's getting a little bit of heat. He's going to break containment. Now he passes, and it's out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Rattlers will take over on downs. Big stand by the Rattler defense, Al.
Hey, baby, I tell you what, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. Now, they're going to be punting the football from inside their 30, which should give us great field position. We got All-American Roosevelt Kaiser on the receiving end. We need a big play from him, and that's play smart football.
3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. Fourth down and 8 yards to go for Winston-Salem State. Chad Oakley is standing on his 10-yard line. Roosevelt Kaiser is standing on the Rattler 38 as Oakley gets the punt off, and Kaiser takes the ball at his 34, makes a move, finds a little bit of daylight, and he's met by several Rams, and the Rattlers will take over at the 36-yard line. Al, right now, the Rattlers need to put together the big drive. 2 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in this game.
I concur. The big drive. I think a no huddle offense is in order. You know, our 2-minute offense.
Under NCAA rules, the clock will begin as soon as the referee blows the whistle. Time is crucial for the Rattlers. Clock moving, 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. Rattlers ball marked at the 36-yard line as Chester is back to pass. He's looking, and an incomplete pass as he was hit by a Ram defender as he released the ball out.
Well, I tell you what, if the offensive line will block tonight, this is the series where we need everybody to block. Stay with their guy. Don't just punch him and let him go. Stay with him.
Folks, we have a ball game. 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 18. Rattlers second down. The give is a short pass from Chester to Willie Hayward, and the Rattlers may actually lose yards on that play out.
Yeah, I tell you what, I think I was trying to get the ball out to him and end up throwing a low pass. But now we're 3rd and 10. We got to come up with 10 yards.
2 minutes, 31 seconds remaining. We're live here at Bragg Memorial Stadium as the Rattlers are 3rd down and 10 yards to go from their own 36-yard line. Chester is back to pass. Hey, look, he fires deep. He's looking, and Willie Hayward catches the ball down at the Rattler 20-yard line. Big play for Florida A&M.
Wow, that's big. That's big. That's big.
Big play covered about 47 yards from Albert Chester to Willie Hayward. Rattlers in business inside the 20-yard line of Winston-Salem State. We have a 21-18 score with 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go out.
That's a lot of football left. I say let's play good, smart football. That's big-time football, man. I tell you what, these Rattlers, man, they give you a heart attack in here.
Rattlers, 1st down and 10. Ball marked at the Winston-Salem State 7. Chester out to Kaiser at about the 15-yard line of the Rams for a short gain, Al.
Well, we're still trying to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers. I mean, that's what we're trying to do.
Rattlers have to be mindful of the clock. 1 minute and 57 seconds remaining in the football game. Florida A&M looking at about a 2nd down and maybe 8 yards to go. Let's make that 6 yards to go as we have a timeout on the field. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
Your bags, get on up and jam, y'all. Come on and ride on the funk now. To the land of funk, to the land of funk, to the land of
Welcome back to Bragg Memorial Stadium. We have 1 minute and 57 seconds remaining in the football game. Winston-Salem State 21, Florida A&M 18, and the Rattlers facing a 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Ball marked at the 15-yard line of the Winston-Salem State Rams. Chester, with Anthony Edwards sat back behind him, he has Kaiser split right as he drops back, pump fakes, and finds a Rattler receiver in the middle of the field who fights his way down to the 2-yard line. Florida A&M in business. Big play.
That was well executed. That was well executed.
Big time play on the field. Rattlers call a timeout. The clock did not start on that play. Rattlers call a timeout. Ball is going to be marked at the 2-yard line, and Al, he was wide open.
Well, I tell you what you got was Albert went away and pumped the football. everybody ran to that side, and the tight end was wide open.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I sound excited, it's because I am excited. Words of the legendary Tico Renfro, the original Rattler broadcaster. We're here at Bragg Memorial Stadium. Rattlers driving. They're down 21-18 to Winston-Salem State. Ball marked on the 2-yard line, and the Rattlers are looking real good right now.
Well, Melvin, I tell you what's significant about that catch. That was the first catch for this kid this year.
Wow.
All right? He didn't catch many balls last year, but that was the first catch this year, and a big catch it was.
Florida A&M with the first down and goal to go. 1 minute and 50 seconds left in the ball game as the officials are discussing probably the clock issue. I don't think the clock ran on that last play, and they are going to put the ball down at the 2-yard line, and the Rattlers will get a first down and goal to go. The clock is still not moving right now, and the give is in the middle to Edwards. He does not get in.
It was a quarterback sneak.
Quarterback sneak by Albert Chester. Clock is running, 1 minute and 38 seconds remaining. Rattlers second and goal at the Winston-Salem State 1-yard line. Clock is still running. 1 minute and 26 seconds to go. 20 seconds on the play clock as the Rattlers are looking at a second and goal with 1 minute and 16 seconds to go. Chester surveys the defense, and it's going to be Chester as he's met by several Rams at the 1-yard line, and he didn't get in, Al.
No, he didn't.
Clock still rolling. 58 seconds remaining in the football game. Rattlers are going to have to make some decisions. Third down, goals to go. Clock still running. 51 seconds remaining as the Rattlers line up on the 1-yard line. Big play for the Florida A&M offense. Chester rolls right, flips the ball out to Edwards, who's in for the touchdown. Florida A&M scores. Florida A&M scores with 36 seconds remaining in the game. On a nice pitch from Albert Chester to Anthony Edwards. Rattlers take the lead, Al.
Hey, baby, I tell you what, it's ugly, but I'll take it any way we can get it.
Rattlers with a lot of confusion there, Al. The clock was ticking, but Albert Chester read the defense, pitched the ball at the last minute to Anthony Edwards, and they take the lead 24-21. Big kick on the way for Wesley Taylor. Taylor set for the point after attempt, and we have some movement on the line. Looks like it may be offsides against the Rattlers. We have 36 seconds remaining in the football game. Florida A&M 24, Winston-Salem State 21, and Al, we have official timeout on the field. I think that the Rattlers moved early, but we don't know right now. And it's going to be offsides on the Rattlers. 36.5 seconds remaining in the football game.
Woo,
as the
baby.
Rattlers just take the lead on an Anthony Edwards 2-yard touchdown run. Wesley Taylor has been moved back 5 yards. He's going to attempt the point after touchdown. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And the Rattlers have a 25-21 win. An exciting drive for the Florida A&M Rattlers.
Man, I tell you what, has this been a football game or what? Man, I tell you what. Now, it's still not over. We got 35 seconds left in this football game, and it's imperative that our defense, our kickoff team, run down in the lanes, cover the lanes. We don't need a breakdown right now.
Florida A&M 25, Winston-Salem State 21. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network. Bragg Stadium is on fire, folks, as the Rattlers on an impressive drive, and this is why they call this place the Snake Pit.
Man, I tell you what, It doesn't get any better than this, man. I tell you what, but I don't know if I can take this, man. I tell you what, we got a fine football team. A lot of characters being shown. I mean, I told you early in the game when we were behind, the good thing about what was going on, although we were getting our butts kicked, is we've been behind before. We know how to play from behind. And you never say die with a Rattler. You never say die.
Rattlers taken to the wire by this fine Division II team, Winston-Salem State. We have 36.5 seconds remaining in the football game. Florida A&M takes the lead. They are now up 25-21 as Wesley Taylor brings the Rattlers out, and he's getting set to kick off the ball to the Ram receivers, who are standing at the 5-yard line. The kick is underway and is received at the 3-yard line, and he is met and tackled at the 24-yard line. Winston-Salem State, with 25 seconds left in the football game, will take over first down, 10 yards to go at their own 23-yard line. Al, and prevent defense has to come up big right now.
Hey, all we got to do is not let anybody get behind us. We got this football game won.
Incredible comeback by this young Florida A&M football team. First down, 10 yards to go. Purvis back. He throws. And he almost intercepted by a Rattler. Almost intercepted by a Rattler at the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 10 yards to go for Winston-Salem State.
Well, I'll tell you what, that interception, that attempted interception, almost reminded me of Rasheed Mathis the other night against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Catching those guys with your nickel and dime package in.
Rattler fans have certainly got their money's worth tonight. We have 17 seconds remaining in the football game. Purvis is back to attempt to pass. He has a lot of daylight. He fires, and one hops the ball to the Ram receiver. It's going to bring up third down and 10 yards to go, Winston-Salem State.
Well, I tell you what, this is probably going to be their last play. 10 seconds, 10.2 seconds. The Rattlers got the dime package in. All we got to do is stand back and play center field.
Amazing comeback from these Florida A&M Rattlers, a young football team that looks like they're on their way for their second straight win. Winston-Salem State with 10 seconds remaining in the football game. Purvis is back to attempt a pass, and he finds a man at the 47-yard line with about 4 seconds remaining in the game.
Well, I tell you what, that was a nice toss there. The receiver caught the ball and got out of bounds. But we cannot let anybody get behind us.
That's going to be first down, 10 yards to go. Winston-Salem State at their own 47-yard line. We have 4 seconds remaining in the football game. Florida A&M 25, Winston-Salem State 21. Purvis back to pass. Last play of the football game. He rolls out. He's looking. He's going to fire toward the end zone. He got several people down there. Interception by the Rattlers, and he's going to down the ball. Ball game's over. Big win for the Florida A&M Rattlers, Al. Big win.
Big win. We got to have it. That's 2 in a row, baby. One game at a time. One game at a time. Tennessee State, here we come.
Talk a little bit about this Rattler football team. Great character, Al. Great character.
Hey, man, I tell you what, that's what it's all about. That's what these games are all about. Show what kind of character we have.
Football game is over as the Florida A&M Rattlers come back and win the game against the Division II Winston-Salem State Rams as the Rattlers win 25-21. You're in tune to the Black College Sports Network.
And guys, we're going to stay right here. And I think tonight, though, after this game, we can give Winston-Salem State their credit. They are going to be a formidable opponent in the MEAC as they come in. Now, let's go ahead and look at some of the things that we want to check out of this game. First, let's look on the offensive side of the ball. We have had to have some big plays tonight. We've had several players that have come up with some huge plays. Mr. Chester, what do you think the biggest play that we had was coming in this evening?
The biggest play this game?
This game.
Well, I tell you what, I think we had a couple of big plays. I think we had a couple of big defensive stops, and obviously I think the big catch by Willie Haywood right here in this last drive was big, and I think just the perfect execution of our quarterback on that last drive on that option to get us in for the touchdown. But I mean, I think it was an excellent execution on a couple of big plays. But hey, man, it wasn't the best win, but we'll take it any way we can get it. Win is a win. I mean, the W is a W. We'll take this W and run out of here.
All right. What about you, Melvin?
I thought the Rattlers showed tremendous character coming back after being down 21-10. Big plays by the offense. In particular, Albert Chester II comes in, fires a couple of great passes downfield. But more impressively, Al, talk about his leadership going down the stretch for the Florida A&M Rattlers.
Well, I've said all along when the season began that what was crucial for that position was leadership. We got to have super leadership, and you got to have it on both sides of the football. And I think that Albert did a tremendous job. I think Leon coming in to spell him for a little while was a perfect mix. Leon came in, made a positive contribution, and then Albert went back in and did what he needed to do. And my hats off to Coach Cole for his offensive scheme. And hey, man, just glad to get the win.
You know, coming in when you talk about that, I thought that was a very key thing that they were able to do in bringing Leon into the game. He changed the pace of the game. I talked to Ron. He was down on the sideline at the time. Albert was a little upset, a little frustrated, had to calm himself down, get some things going. So what he was able to do at that point, gain his composure back. Leon came in, gave them a different look at quarterback, and then you bring back in your starter, let him do what he does with the confidence, with the poise, and move that team down. Ron, what were you noticing when you were on the sideline?
Well, a lot of times when you pull your quarterback out, the coaches have a chance to tell him what they see from up top. He's not able to see what's going on the field at his level. So by taking him out, sometimes kids, they're a little down on themselves, but after they gave him some encouragement, he was able to gather his composure and go back in and assert himself in what we turned out to be a big win.
Okay. Now, let's talk about the defensive side of the ball. We had some big plays that came through at some key times. And personally, I think the biggest play that we had was by number 44.
He played an outstanding game at linebacker. He was on the bottom of the pile on a lot of run plays.
Vernon Wilder is a super. He played a super game. I mean, this guy, he came up and he tapped some people a few times when we needed to be tapped, and that's the kind of ball playing we need. We need what these kind of games do. It brings it exudes a lot of confidence and gives us an opportunity to put things together. We can connect the dots on some of these things. We're gonna make some errors. We're gonna make some mistakes. But the fight in these kids is tremendous. It's unmatched.
Chester, you're absolutely right. At one point when Coach Carter brought Wilder over, he's a get-in-your-face type of guy. He was a little upset at the coaches. Coaches were trying to get him motivated as well. He turned around, went back out on the field, and he made a charge to everybody that we were going to stop them. Because this is a turning point of a season.
Right.
Coming into a game like this, you're down your first home game, and all of a sudden you got your fans, all of a sudden the band. Everybody can turn on you, but you have to insert yourself to say, hey, we're going to make a stand. And we're going to turn this thing around, which they did.
Hey, man, and the thing about it, I mean, this seems to be the character of this football team. They did it last week. They did it at the end of last season. I mean, we were behind. Being behind doesn't scare these kids. I mean, they believe you can win, and it has to start with having that belief that you can win. And I tell you what, when you have the leadership you have with guys like Wilder playing on defense, Albert and Campbell playing at quarterback, you can't ask for any better.
This is what it takes when you go on the road. You go through a little adversity. Things are not going to go your way. You're going to lose some balls on some turnovers, but all of a sudden, you know deep down you're going to have confidence in your offense. They're going to come back. They're going to get it together. Defense is going to hold. They did an outstanding job.
Right.
Now, we talk about the fact that we have made some really good strides. We did some good things in this game, but let's talk about the converse of that. We did have some very untimely turnovers. We had a lot of our big playmakers knowing in the flow of the game, trying to make a play, turn over the ball. Roosevelt fumbled. Albert fumbled. We had several of our key guys make some mental errors, but they were pressing. But we have to correct those types of situations.
If we're going to be successful, we got to minimize those kind of mistakes. I mean, first of all, we can't give up over 171 yards rushing in the first half. The second thing we can't do, we cannot put that football on the ground. So I think that our playmakers trying to make plays, trying to make some things happen, inadvertently put the ball on the ground. It almost costs us the football game. Hey, man, but we'll take this kind of win and run out of here, and go get ready for Atlanta.
Go on our way to Atlanta. And once again, make sure you stop by BlackAmericaTravel.com. We still have game tickets available. Also have hotel rooms, Hot Atlanta. Hey, Rattlers, guess what? This broadcast will be broadcasting pregame from the Tennessee State tailgate party. So we're taking some Rattlers into the heart of the Tigers Den, and we're going to do some stuff, have some fun, get some things going. Again, BlackAmericaTravel.com, HBCUNetwork.com, MEACFans.com. Thank you all. For Darren Jones, Meech Dog, Ron Mitchell, Walter Briggs, Albert Chester, and Melvin Beal, this is Roy Evans. Have a great time, and we'll see you in A-Town.
In the A.
Yeah.